Ripple XRP. So could this be the last chance for you to pick up XRP under $1? Well, I do think that that is for you to decide. But we're going to be taking a look at a few things today. Not only that, we're going to have a look at what JP Morgan has confirmed, in addition to the price action, of course, of XRP in general, and then what we have seen with the EU and with DLT. So all I ask me are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. I mean, do let me know down in the comment section below how many XRP you currently hold. But over here we have from Luke Thomas that once this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit ends in April 2024 and the verdict in Ripple's favor, which is expected between April 2024 to August 2025, depending on Judge Torres, no retail investor will be able to buy XRP for less than $1 ever again. I mean, also write down in the comments below if you think that XRP will be able to reach $1 before the end of the year. And so in terms of the court dates, he basically says that it could be continuing for another year and a half. And so it seems like as if this is going to drag on even further. However, I actually want a conclusion by the end of this year maximum, because otherwise it's going to be taking way too long. Now, in my opinion, I think that we're still going to be seeing XRP under $1 for the next couple of months, and I may be wrong, right? So always do your research and technical analysis when it comes to things like this. But I don't think that XRP is going to be going up, let's say for example, to $5 by the end of the year. I think that we're going to see a lot of pushback, and the performance so far has not been so great in general. There really hasn't been as much movement. Even when we do see a bit of volume, we only go up by roughly around about 2 to 3 cents. And that doesn't mean that I am a hater for XRP or Ripple in general. It just means that I am being realistic with the prices. And so Ashley Prosper says over here that once the NDAs expire, Ripple is on every news channel. And everyone always forgets about the NDAs too, and I wonder who those NDAs are with. And let's just say if XRP does actually reach $1, I do think that quite a few retail investors will actually be selling at that price point because of the fact that they have been in XRP for so long. Now we may actually see some other investors hold on for the long term and probably sell roughly around about $2 or $3, but you do have that small community in XRP that are holding for that $100 goal. And so of course it really does depend on what your exit strategy is. From Smoke over here we have a video of the confirmation from JP Morgan. So we have Naveen, Beacon and Swift is moving to DLT and token based rails. When major banks have already made such powerful statements at the highest levels of financial governance, that's how you know the process has been underway to transform everything.
I agree with all of her observations in terms of cross-border payments continues to remain challenging. Domestic payment infrastructures have improved by leaps and bounds. UPI in India, PIX in Brazil, and many more have delivered instant payments 24/7. Cross-border is where the challenges continue to lie. It relies on correspondent banking. Banks like us, are the ones who are running the rates, but there are obvious challenges in an account-based model. So we firmly believe that message-based infrastructure, which is what powers the card networks, SWIFT, will give way to token-based infrastructure going forward. And that is where DLT can play a very useful role in terms of these token-based pipes. We do think that the future of payment networks is going to be open loop. So closed loop networks like wallets, which have done a really good job where payment infrastructure has been found wanting to create a rich user experience. I think that will give way to open loop. Already wallet companies like Paytm in India are struggling ever since UPI has come on board. I think the same story is going to repeat with Alipay and every other wallet company.
Running the rails, that's exactly what we said. I mean, we know by now that the banks are basically controlling this. I actually do have a report from the European Central Bank, and they spoke about cross-border payments. So currently in terms of global payments, we're going to actually see an increase, and it will be going from 190 trillion in 2023 to 290 trillion by 2030. So obviously we need to be able to accommodate for this market because we're going to be seeing a massive growth, and that is an extra 100 trillion. And in terms of the fees as well for the international payments, it does vary, but for corporations it can be 1.5%, but it can also be as much as 6.5% for remittances as well. And not only these high fees, but don't forget the fact that it can take a few days in order for the recipient to receive it. So we've got two problems here. We've got the fees and we've also got the amount of days that it takes in order to receive those payments. So it's a high cost and it's a slow payments that is going to be affecting the growth. And also it comes to the inefficiencies as well, because we need to be able to provide the faster payments and also provide it with minimizing the errors. From ISO Go, we have this article from LEI Worldwide, and over here highlighting, we can see that it's currently being discussed within the IMF and the World Economic Forum, with projects such as Ripple Ledger potentially offering faster, more reliable and cost-effective ways to send money abroad remittances. So that definitely does tie into the cross-border payments, and this could form a new stable bridge currency, liquidating trillions of capital held in reserve in foreign pre-funded accounts. We have heard many times that Ripple can be a bridge currency in order to be able to act on behalf of that. And of course, on-demand liquidity service would allow financial institutions to transact instantly on a global scale using a digital asset as that bridge currency. So they've mentioned it again with Ripple. We always hear it and it's good to hear. From ISO 20022, we have this connection between what happened with Silicon Valley Bank. And so of course they were forced to shut down at the time. Basically, they got bailed out, and then the price of Bitcoin went from $19,000 to $13,000. So don't think that the cryptocurrency isn't being affected when we see these closures of the banks, because they obviously do, right? We have these alternatives out here, and it goes to show that the cryptocurrency is now becoming much stronger compared with other forms of currency in general. And that is a massive jump. It's $11,000 that Bitcoin was able to increase. And apparently the BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes posted on X on February the 5th that the bailout is coming and that Bitcoin will be at $1 million. I mean, there have been a few predictions from people saying that Bitcoin is going to be reaching $100,000 by the end of this year, and that Bitcoin is going to eventually reach, I think, roughly around about $1 million. And I also think that Kathy Wood, ARK Invest, has given a high Bitcoin price target. I mean, currently as of now, we are actually at 68.6k. So on the 1 month chart, we are up by a whopping 56.5%. We were doing pretty good at $43,000 on the 7th of February, and now we've been able to increase by $26,000. Pretty good stuff. Over here from 707 Crypto, we do have the EU talk about the possibilities with the DLT pilot and how companies can issue trade and settlement of shares and bonds using DLT.
Now, when it comes to embracing the possibilities offered by innovation, we had the DLT pilot launched in March of last year. Companies can now safely experiment with issuing, trading and settling shares or bonds using DLT. We're already seeing a number of projects working towards authorization under the pilot regime, and we are excited to see the first of these coming soon. So this is a completely new kind of project for us. The EU decided to innovate in our legislation, and the lessons we learn could lead to legislative changes. So there is one important point that I want to clarify for this conference, because there seems to be a misconception that the pilot regime will expire. The DLT pilot will remain in place unless and until there is a new legislative proposal to change it. So I hope that clarifies that really important.
And it's also been mentioned many times that with legislation and compliance, these are the things that we really need to input in now and when it comes to DLT and with crypto. Before we have a look at the price action for today, I just wanted to show you this short clip of what Elon Musk posted just 2 hours ago. I thought it was quite funny. It is the start of the day, Tuesday, so let's have a bit of a laugh. But basically, you can see over here that this guy has a baseball bat and he tries to break the Cybertruck. We're not going to take a look at all the clip, but let's just see what happens. So you can see just how strong the Cybertruck is, so you don't have to worry about anyone attacking your vehicle. And obviously it has actually bent the bat, but it looks like as if there hasn't been any sort of dents made on the vehicle in general. I mean, it is a bit difficult to see because it's not close up, but it still looks pretty fine. So good stuff coming in from the Cybertruck. Price action of XRP coin today, we are currently trading at 0.6458. We are up by 1.57% on the 1 day chart. Finally, we are actually up and above that 60-cent level. For the volume, we are up by 101.01%, and we are trading at $4.5 billion. So the highest that we went to for today was 0.6681, just below 67 cents. On the 7-day chart, we did start the week off at 56 cents. We climbed up to 63 cents, 0.6376, and then we did go to 0.6573. And on the 1 month chart, we are up by a nice 28.13%. So we basically propelled off of here from 53 cents, then we went to 59 cents, and of course now we are in the 60-cent range. I definitely want to see more support at the 63-cent level first before we are actually able to hit my next price target, which is 65 cents. Now, I think that we could potentially see a bit more retracement because there isn't that much stability with the price action. I mean, it just literally happened these past few days. And so I do think that we actually need to be able to hold that level first at 63 cents, and then we can see the next second price target. If we don't hold there, then I think that we could potentially be retracing back down to 57 cents. So let's see what comes in the next couple of days. Guys, if you want daily Ripple XRP coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.